Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In front of me I have GARMIN Quatix 7 and in today's video I'm going to show you a few tricks you can use on this watch. So let's get started. And the first thing I want to show you is the buttons shortcuts. Basically it allows you to set up some shortcuts for the buttons on your watch, which will make your watch a bit more convenient to use, more personalized, which I always recommend to check out. And to change the hotkeys, the shortcuts, we need to press and hold the up/menu button to open the menu. Then scroll down through it, look for the system option. Once you find it, tap on it. Then find the option called the hotkeys and of course tap on it to enter the hotkey menu. So let's tap on it. And here we have the list of shortcuts. By default, you will have already some setup like MOB, recent apps, and some stuff like this. But you can customize it to your liking. So let's say you find some shortcut you want to use, and let's say you want to use it for something specific. You can tap on the shortcut, let's say back plus light. So back button plus light, these two, we need to press and hold them together. So I'm going to tap on it. And here you have the list of functions you can assign to the shortcut. And you have quite few. You can scroll through it, look for something you like. Let's say I want to open the pulse oximeter by pressing these two buttons. And then we have back plus up. Let's say I want to use this for screenshots. So I can find the screenshot. And okay. And let's say start plus up. So this and this. And let's say I want to set it up for something like, I don't know, maybe regatta timer. Okay, and once you're done setting up your shortcuts, you can perform them. And basically you can do it by pressing and holding the buttons you assign the functions for. This will open the regatta timer. Back plus light will open the pulse oximeter. What else was there? I believe start plus down would open this. And there's quite a few. Back button opens the recent apps and stuff like this. So that's how you set up the hotkeys, the shortcuts, and I recommend to check it out. It really could make your watch a bit more pleasant to use, a bit more personalized. So that's why I recommend it. Okay, another thing I want to show you is recent apps. And this allows you to improve multitasking on your watch. And what I mean by that, it basically allows you to jump between functions of the watch quickly. So let's say you open the settings, you go through the settings, you do something in settings you want, and you're done. And then you can close the settings by pressing the back button. And you decide to go to something else. Maybe you want to open the pulse oximeter. So you go to the glances, open the pulse oximeter, you test your oxygen in the blood, and then you decide to go back to settings, and you don't want to go through the menu button again and stuff like that. You can simply press and hold the back button. That's the default shortcut for the recent apps. It will open the recent apps, and as you can see, we have some functions right here on the list. And you can see we have settings. And if you want to go back to settings, you tap on settings, and it will bring you back immediately to settings. And let's say you want to go back again to pulse oximeter. You press and hold the back button. As you can see, pulse oximeter is right here. You can select it to go back to it. And you can jump between different functions of the watch. And not all of them will work. Not all of them will appear right here on the list. And only up to 8, I believe, will appear on the list right here. So once you open something new, and the eighth one will basically disappear. So it will fill in automatically. And you can jump between apps right here. It could be a very convenient tool if you want to do some stuff on your watch and jump between few applications at once. Maybe not at once, but between them quickly. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is control music option. Basically allows you to control the music through your watch on other devices. So let's say you can use your watch to control the music on the phone if your watch is paired with a phone. From what I've seen, you can also connect your watch, this watch, to like some stereo system on your boat, if you have a boat, and then you can use that to control that as well. And you can also listen to the music directly on the watch. You can copy music to your watch by using the computer and then use it to control the music directly on the watch as well. I'm going to show you how to do it with the phone because I don't have the music on the watch and I don't have a boat. So I'm just going to show you how to do it with a phone. And to control the music, it's quite simple. You simply press and hold the light button to open the controls menu. You scroll through it and one of the icons will look like the note, and this is the control music. as you can see, music controls. And once you select it, you can press the start button. It will open the music controls. And this is for the phone. As you can guess, the icon means that it's controlling the music on the phone. If you want to change the provider, you can press and hold the /menu button. It will open the settings for this function. And in settings, you can basically tap on music provider. And here you have control phone, my music. This is the music directly on the watch. And then you can add different providers by tapping here and then connecting something else. Okay. I want to control the phone, so I'm going to start playing music on my phone. And once you start playing the music on the phone that is connected to your watch, it will automatically detect it, as you can see. And once it detects the music you're playing, you can control it. And you can play and pause. You can go next and previous. So if you go next by pressing this button, it will jump to the next song. Unfortunately, the Spotify free Spotify, the freemium, doesn't allow you to go to the previous song, so we don't have previous song right here. You can also open this menu right here, and you have more options here. And we have play, previous, next, and we can also adjust the volume. So if you press this button right here now, no, not this button, my bad. Use the menu to scroll and then select volume. You can adjust the volume of the song or music being played on your phone by pressing the up and down button. So we can lower it. And now if we start playing, come on, no, that's a bit too much. Okay, and now if we start playing music on our phone, it should be a lot quieter. Come on. And it is quieter. As you can see, it's a bit laggy. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or maybe the watch, but I believe it's Bluetooth connection. Bit messy, basically making it messy. But that's how you control the music on your phone or other devices by using the watch on your wrist. Okay. Next thing is specific for the watch that has the barometer. And it could be useful in some cases. And this thing is called storm alert. And basically you can turn on the storm alert, set it to specific threshold, and then when you're out there in the wilds or maybe on the water somewhere, and your watch detects change in the pressure, basically, it can warn you about the upcoming storm. And it could be quite useful in some cases when you're outdooring. So to set it up, we need to open the menu again by pressing and holding the up/menu button. Then we need to scroll down and look for the sensors and accessories. Tap on it. Here we need to find the barometer. Tap on it. And then look for the storm alert. By default, it will be turned off. You can turn it on. And as you can see, it warns us that it's just for purposes, for the information purposes. And it's like not very accurate, which is fair. But you can always have it as a backup. And then you can select the rate of the pressure change. I don't know which one is the best. I would recommend, for example, 3 MB per 1 hour, or per 3 hours, my bad. And you can Google it, look for the better choice if you want to. I recommend to check it yourself, do some research, and select the accurate one. And once you select it and you watch the amount of pressure change you selected, it will warn you about the storm incoming. And you can know the storm is coming before, let's say, weather app warns you or something like this. It could be quite useful outdooring. Okay, another useful thing during the outdoors activity is the GPS accuracy and low or rather power saving mode when it comes to GPS. Basically, you can use GPS in different accuracy modes rather. And one of them is low accuracy but higher or lower battery usage. Another one is high accuracy but more battery usage, and you can customize it according to your outdoor activities, which could be useful in some cases. And to change the satellite mode, you simply open the menu, go through it and look for the system, tap on it, and here look for the satellites. Tap on it, and right here we have different types. Off will completely turn off the satellites. I don't recommend to use it, but if you don't have any activity that requires satellite usage, and you want to save as much as battery as you can turn off the satellites, and it will improve your battery life quite a lot. Then we have GPS only. It will increase the battery life, but it will only use the GPS. Then we have all systems. This is the default one. And then we have the Ultra Track. This will give you the best battery life, but lower accuracy. So if you're planning like a long hike or some long sailing or boating session, you can select the Ultra Track. It won't give you like the best accuracy, but it will improve the battery life, which will be good if you want to go for the longer session. And of course, if you want the best accuracy, select the all system, or all systems, my bad. Okay. Another thing I want to show you is how to custom the glances on your watch. By default, you open the glances by swiping up on the home screen, and here we have it. And basically this is, I would call it a widget menu. Basically you have glances. Garmin calls it glances. I would call it widgets because I'm old. But basically you have some functions of the watch displaying some information for you right here in this menu. And you can customize this menu, which could be quite useful. And it will make your watch more personalized for you. And to customize this menu, you scroll all the way down. And at the bottom, you will have the option called Edit. You can tap on it. And here we have the list of functions we can add or remove. To add the function, you scroll all the way down, tap on Add, and then scroll through the list. Let's say I want to have music controls on the glances. So I'm going to tap on it to add it. You can add multiple glances, of course. So let's say I want to add heart rate as well. And then you can go back, and the things will be added to the list. You can also remove the glances from the list. So let's say I don't need stocks. You can select stocks or other glance you want to remove. Press the upper button, the edit button. And here, as you can see, the bin icon appears when you select the item. And you can press the start button again to remove it. You can also reorder the apps from the list, or on the list rather. So let's say you want to move music controls to the top. You select the item, you press the edit button, and then you can move it up and down. And once you're done relocating it, you can press the start button to confirm. And that's how you edit the glances menu. And now, as you can see, I have a heart rate at the bottom and music controls at the top. And you can customize it to your liking, which I recommend to do. It will make your watch a bit more pleasing to use. Another thing I want to show you is how to install custom watch faces, applications, and other stuff like that on your watch. To do it, of course, your watch needs to be paired with a phone. But once the devices are paired with the phone, or rather devices are paired together, you can download and install application on your phone called Garmin Connect or Connect IQ Store, I believe it's called. And this app makes installation of applications and watch faces on your watch a lot easier and more convenient. I really recommend to use it if you have Garmin watch. And do we have it? Right here we don't. So I'm gonna quickly install it. Connect IQ. So go to App Store, Connect IQ. And this works on iPhone and Android as well. So on both types of devices. Okay, we can open the app, continue, check the box, next, allow the required permission if you see pop-ups. And here we have the Connect IQ store. And here we can browse different categories for the watch faces, apps, and stuff like that. And let's say you decide to install some application. You can go to the apps. You can tap on the app to open the info page for it. Let's say, I don't know, Google Maps. Here you can see the reviews, the description, screenshots, You can also check if your watch is compatible by going to compatible devices, scroll through the list and look for your watch. And if you find it on the list, that means that the watch is compatible. Tactics, Quatix, so it is here, so it is compatible. And if you decide to install the application or the watch face, you tap on install, allow the required permissions. It will be queued for the installation. And once it's done, you will see the pop-up on the watch or in the app. And if you go to the activities or favorites menu, scroll all the way down, you will see the application you installed. And now you can use it on your watch. Of course, this requires connection between the watch and the Google Maps, so you need to set it up right here on the phone a bit more. But you can accept, tap on OK. And I think you can start some route and it will be displayed on your watch. Some apps don't need the specific setup. Google Maps does. And you can install watch faces, apps. You can also set a custom watch face on your watch by using the Connect IQ store. So I really recommend to download it and check it out. It's really a nice tool. Okay, let's zoom out a bit so you can see the watch better. And another thing I want to show you is the option to find your phone. Basically, if your watch is connected with a phone and you lose your phone, you can always use your watch to locate your phone, which is quite useful in some cases. To do that, you open the controls menu, scroll through it, look for this icon called Find My Phone, select it, and then press the start button. This will make your phone make a loud sound, and also you have like a proximmeter during this process. I don't want to start it again because it's going to be loud, but basically you have this meter right here. It shows you proximity of the phone to your watch, and you can use that to locate your phone, which could be useful if you place your phone you don't know where. Use your watch to locate your phone, and hopefully that will help you a lot. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you is the flashlight. This phone, or rather this watch, doesn't have like a separate flashlight, which some Garmin watches do. This phone uses a screen as a flashlight. It still could be quite useful in some cases, like dark room. You don't have your phone, you don't have any light source. You can use a watch as a light source. And to use the flashlight on this watch, you double press the light button. It will turn on the flashlight, and here you have few modes. You have white, you have white as well. I believe this is brighter. Oh no, this is a blinking light. So steady white light, blinking white light, and red light. So you can basically use different modes right here. And like I said, it's not very strong light, but in some cases it could be quite useful. So I recommend to check it out as well. Okay, and that should be all. So if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel and leaving the like on the video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.